chills dropping 15 to even 20 below zero. 21 right now in Detroit. These are air temperatures, not wind chills. 15 in Howell, 14 in Pontiac, 20 in Adrian. Snowfall totals anywhere from 1.1 officially out at the airport all the way to 3.2. A new total coming in from Shelby Township. Anywhere from 1 to 2 inches expected, a little bit higher than snow showers. This weekend, morning lows will be right around zero in many communities and wind chills below zero, so cold starts both Saturday and Sunday. Near 40 though, and rain chances return Tuesday through Friday, but rain signals the fact that we are going to next week. But instead, we have a few light scattered snow flurries out there as the sun sets tonight, though. Keep in mind, those roadways will still be rather slippery because we have air temperatures that are below 20 degrees in most locations, and salt just is not that effective. In fact, 1 pound of salt, when we're at 30 degrees, melts 46 pounds of ice. That's quite a bit. But look at the dramatic drop with just a 5-degree temperature difference. When you're at 25, it's 14 pounds, and you go to 20 degrees, which is
I like Philly.
And it's only 9 pounds, so it becomes pretty much ineffective after that. So it will still be a little slippery for you in some spots tonight for your evening commute. Wind chills are above freezing, but still, it just feels very, very cold. Tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., it will feel like it's 18 below zero in Pontiac, 17 below in Howell, 18 below and in Ann Arbor, 12 in Mount Clemens, 15 below. Very, very cold start to the day tomorrow. We are now just seeing those snow showers come to an end and just a few light scattered snow flurries, but we also see some clearing. So we're going to call it cloudy overnight tonight.
I wanted to tell you. I read something in Odin's library about what Gjallarhorn is supposed to do. If blown by a gale, it sounds through all the realms and harmonizes the space between them. Somewhere like Tyr's Temple, and it would be like opening up all the realm travel towers at once.
It's quite a vulnerability. Wonder why he didn't just destroy it.
Some artifacts defy destruction.
Well, we should make Freya aware of this.
Good fucking grief.
3 degrees tonight.
Well, I'll be freezing tonight. I'll be freezing tonight.
Time as well. The tree has become rather overgrown.
8 degrees tomorrow, or
And
Sunday.
if it grows too wildly, the branches risk getting too heavy and foggy, which is not ideal considering they hold all the rounds.
Monday, we'll go from 12.
What an absolute shock.
By Monday
No, I
or
do not require
Tuesday,
any
we're back to
horticultural
the
skills.
30s again.
But I would ask that you keep an eye open for the stags of the four seasons. They normally graze upon the tree and keep it tight. Unfortunately, Bitter decided it would be funny to trick Arrogant into releasing them. If you happen to find the stags during your travels, I would greatly appreciate assistance in bringing them home. I would have one of my spectral squirrels do it, but they, well, keep eating the feed I use. Consequence of it being the most delicious food in all the 9 realms, I suppose.
That makes no sense.
Great, then all you need is some feed. Once you've found a stag, the feed should calm them down. Then one of my spectrals will guide them back here. And, don't eat the feed, please.
Bitter has asked me if I was chicken to release them, but I was in fact not chicken-like whatsoever. So as you can see, what a rambunctious bunch.
Yes, chef. Get way more into what you're into when you stream on the Xfinity 10G network.
About Nico, you should know, we had no choice. It was Odin's doing.
Oh, I am very well aware indeed of the alleged All-Father's role in this tragedy. Sadly, there's no expecting him to clean up after himself. Not all gods showed the interest that you do in righting past wrongs. I do hope you're able to locate those lead worms. Good luck to you. Until our next encounter.
have two options for you to take a look at. When it's time for an update or a complete remodel, watch yourself there. So here, guys, we're going to rip everything out. Revamp is with you every step of the way, from design and products to removal and installation. Okay. We handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Revamp, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit revamp.com and save $1,000 on your complete bathroom remodel.
Chevrolet's biggest New Year's sales event ever. Get this 2024 sales for $268 per month. It's the New Year's sales event going on now at Sullivan Chevrolet.
An Oakland County man is jailed after police found a missing 13-year-old girl at his house. The girl was reported missing from Waterford Township this past Sunday. Detectives learned she had told friends she had met a man online, and then 2 days later, police found her at a man's house in White Lake Township. The girl was reunited with her parents. The man was arrested. There are no charges yet, so we are not naming the man, but we know he's 21 years old, and he has been booked into the Oakland County Jail.
Police have confirmed 2 people are under arrest in an arson case we reported last night. We showed you the doorbell video from Detroit's west side. You see what appears to be 3 people dousing a porch with gasoline and then setting it on fire. This was in the area of the Lodge, and Livernois, the family who lives in the house, okay?
What?
The mother
Riddle.
says she's worried
What
about
gets
this.
bigger the more you take away?
The case is
Love.
What kind of chub-buffling relationships you been in? That don't make any sense.
Agreed.
Oh, Fabi, I won't be lectured on the nature of romance by the two of you duffers.
$750 per
Yes.
person impacted by extreme weather. That money helps with costs like food, shelter, and evacuations. FEMA will also establish a new fund for where they stay, including friends and relatives' homes. FEMA officials say they also want to increase speed and cut the red tape for people and communities recovering from natural disasters. The new rules will take effect on March 22nd.
New at 5:30. Disturbing accusations against a flight attendant let go by a major airline over what someone found in the bathroom of a plane. Come
There's a group of young artists who are using their love for music and production to help inspire local youth. Demond Hernandez informed how this group
You're back
is
in the spring
inspiring
clothes
others
again?
to dream big.
Seems to help.
Executives and staff will
Enough.
family, friends, and relatives of Jewel and the Tooth remain for some 14 years now.
Look at that.
You
really did it. How? In all 9 rounds, you managed to kill him.
I knew our spear would do the trick. Well, happy Ragnarok, everybody! Let's drink.
Is it true? Heimdall's dead. I can't believe it. There's no stopping it now. Odin swore peace only so long as you spilled no more Aesir blood.
up-to-date modern styles are on sale at
I refuse that
Sotheby's.
deal.
The best contemporary
Yet he
weddings
honored it.
now 30 to 50%
Now.
off. Trend-setting
But what?
silks, sectionals,
You and I know better than anyone that Odin's promises never last.
at Gorman Sotheby's.
We have the advantage now. It's time to bring him down.
No.
None of you understand what's coming. Odin's vengeance will be his only concern.
Not his only concern. The mask. Whatever knowledge it unlocks, that's what Odin wants more than anything. If I go back to Asgard, I can't.
Go back.
Look. If I can finish what I started, awaken the mask, get answers. Maybe that's our way out of this.
And taking Ibrance.
But I gotta go soon.
Aromatase inhibitor is
Before they figure out what's happening.
positive HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer.
Jesus.
As the first
You
hormonal-based
are
therapy.
Do not ask me to put you at risk again.
He's at risk where he stands, Kratos. We all are.
Anything we do or don't do is dangerous right now.
Serious infections. Ibrance
But
may cause
Odin
severe
needs
inflammation
me.
of the lungs. Both of these can
He
be
trusts
fatal.
me.
Tell your doctor if you have new
I'll be safe there.
chest pain, cough, or trouble breathing. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, or
From
if you
a
plan to become
tactical
pregnant or are
perspective,
breastfeeding.
am I
For
wrong?
information about
I don't much like
talk to your
it, but
doctor.
it is our best play.
Dividing Odin's focus would buy us time and give us a pair of eyes in the enemy's inner circle.
But if there is truly a source of infinite knowledge,
Well,
Once he has what he needs from you.
I lose my leverage. I get it. I'll be smart. Father, I can do this.
Remember our promise.
We invest in our people and celebrate their successes along the way.
You too.
Because happy employees make happy customers. When we head out into our communities, we do it with pride. Because helping people is what we do. And for the last 75 years, that's remained the same.
I do too, son.
For a reliable home service you can trust.
Well, I still want to hear how you did it.
You mean how
It's always more for less at Gorman's 3-Day Clearance Center. That's more quality, more style, and up to 70% off best brands. Gorman's 3-Day Clearance Center. Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Learn more at Gorman's.com.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5:30 starts now.
Trace, listen. I can't let you go back without this. The hammer? Your key, please.
And music education. A group of singers, music producers, and other industry professionals say they
You ever need a way out of a bad situation? Throw this down hard and say where again. One use only. Where again? Thanks, Andre. Hope I don't need it. Me too.
Determination embodies what we like to call that go for it spirit.
Alright, Odin said Hugin would be waiting in the cabin. Mimir, anything else I should know about Odin? Maybe a weakness or something? Like if I flip up his eye patch or disintegrate. Wouldn't that be? Yeah, no. Sorry, Mimir, I can't do your accent. I'm on my own for this one.
How empowered they get about the creativity that comes along with music, and they get so happy and excited. Vizel's been working with his friends and local artists at The Village. They're launching a music program for youth called Believe Big. You see all over music programs being taken out of schools. The team is taking its Believe Big program into local schools, offering special workshops and after-school enrichment programs. I'm extremely optimistic. It's an opportunity to really thrive in this music industry without having so many of the hiccups that you would experience without the knowledge and mentorship. The Village CEO, Brandon Fletcher Wallen, says Believe Big and its partners know the program to have an impact. The company started as a artist development company.
Oh, were you having a moment? It sort of looked like you were having a moment. I can go.
No.
Kira Shear, to the Clark sisters,
Fenrir.
to Babyface Ray.
And they want to pass that
Okay,
knowledge along to
Ben.
local children.
She's,
and even more schools across the Detroit metro area. I believe that with the independent creatives that we
No, I
have
was
in
very
Detroit,
much
that this program can be explosive.
I'm glad you found a place
So
for
get this,
us.
today while doing that interview, I learned some members of the Village were actually
too.
instrumental in producing
Hey,
local artists who go for it
how'd you
songs.
find
Check
me?
that out. Now to find out more about Believe Big and how the program can be incorporated in your school or organization, all you have to do is go to clickondetroit.com.
This is my mom.
Find a Help Me Hang consumer alert about a
And where are you
$7 linked to charcuterie products that were sold at Sam's
Back to
Club and
Asbury.
Costco stores. At least 47
Hey,
people have
I'm
gotten
actually
sick
using
in
him.
22 states, and that's including one person from Michigan, although we don't have details on where that person is from.
Anger voter.
The illnesses began in November
Once I
and
see
ran
this
right through the
through,
holidays until January 1st.
I'm gonna know
So the risk is linked to new
everything.
products sold at both stores. If
How to
you
save my
still
father,
have any of the recalled
how to
items,
stop
you should throw them
Ragnarok,
away or return them to
and
the store.
maybe,
We have posted all the
hopefully,
details for you
how
on
to
the
bring our
News
people
Hour
back.
website at clickondetroit.com.
Well, Israeli Prime Minister
those are
Benjamin
all
Netanyahu is telling the
noble
U.S. he rejects the
intentions.
idea of a Palestinian state being
he's
created
building.
after the war in Gaza.
And that public stand is at odds with his country's
have faith
biggest
in me,
ally. But the Biden administration indicated it would keep pushing on the issue. NBC's
I
Rob
do.
Sanchez reports from Tel Aviv.
I just hope the
President
story you're
Biden today
writing for
speaking to
yourself is
Israeli
the one
Prime
that you
Minister
truly
Benjamin
want.
Netanyahu for the first time in nearly a month in the immediate aftermath of the October 7th Hamas
Would you take care
attacks.
of Finn
Those two
while
leaders
I'm away?
speaking on almost a daily basis.
good care.
But there are strains right now in the relationship
Oh, no.
between the United States and Israel, especially over this question over whether on the other side of the war there will be an independent Palestinian state alongside Israel. Prime Minister Netanyahu and his far-right government said that is a non-starter, but the Biden administration is saying Israel will never have full security until it ends its occupation of the Palestinians and allows them to have a state of their own. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Netanyahu under pressure from a member of his own war cabinet, Gadi Eisenkot, is a senior Israeli minister. He's also a former general.
Okay.
His son was killed fighting in Gaza. In an explosive interview with Israeli media, Eisenkot says Netanyahu is not telling
Just gotta
the
help
public
Odin
the
complete the
truth
match, but also make sure he doesn't get any answers from it.
and suggests that the Israeli
Easy,
prime
right?
minister came very, very close
probably in a
to
study.
launching an all-out war against Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. Max Sanchez, NBC News, Tel Aviv. A flight attendant is charged with child pornography for allegedly filming children using bathrooms on planes. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Massachusetts identifies him as Estes Carter Thompson III. It alleges that last year, he used stickers to tape his phone to an open toilet lid right after a 14-year-old girl entered. But she caught on, took a picture of his concealed phone, and told her parents. Authorities say they found 4 videos of children on Thompson's iCloud account. The Justice Department says Thompson recorded 5 minors in airplane bathrooms between January and September of last year. Now, one of the victims' families is part of a civil lawsuit.
We will probably never know what happens to these images. They could be on the dark web forever. And so that will always be out there hanging over our client's head for the rest of our lives. This isn't about money. It's ensuring that this never happens again to any family. It's ensuring that American Airlines changes its procedures.
And American Airlines says it immediately removed Thompson from service when they learned of the incident.
Japan has become the 5th country to reach the moon. An unmanned Japanese spacecraft named Moon Sniper landed on the lunar surface. The mission's main goal was to test landing technology that will allow Moon's missions to land where astronauts want to, rather than only where it's easy to land. Japan's space agency says it believes rovers have been launched and data is being transmitted back to Earth, but the lander may have a problem with its solar power panels and appears to be operating only on batteries.
Hey,
consumers are feeling more confident about the economy right now.
Yeah, a new University of Michigan survey shows the number of people feeling positively about the economy is up 13% since December. And over the past 2 months, consumer confidence is up 29%. That is the largest increase since America's emergence from a recession. The top reasons given for the optimism are the easing of inflation throughout 2023 and employment numbers remaining steady. Well, New Year's resolutions often include the goal of losing weight, but some health experts believe the number on the scale shouldn't be the only factor to consider. And doctors and patients are having a more open discussion about what makes a healthy weight and why changes in diet and exercise don't help everyone. In the U.S., it's long been considered a serious health issue. Being overweight or obese can lead to dangerous problems. But when it comes to the number on the scale, one size may not fit all.
You can't just judge the book by its cover and assume that someone that is larger is unhealthy and someone that is lean is healthy, right? That's the assumption that people make. And I call that practicing street corner medicine.
On Dr. Sanjay Gupta's Chasing Life podcast, obesity medicine physician scientist Fatima Cody Stanford says weight doesn't necessarily dictate health. She says it's just one factor that plays a role, but by itself, it doesn't give the full picture because it doesn't show a person's ability to function and perform at that weight.
Someone who's lean may be very unhealthy, and someone who's heavier may be
Healthy eating and exercise are both important to health. Some experts say not everyone will lose weight that way, and the research around obesity is changing.
What we're starting to see is that there are actually different types of overweight and obesity, different classes. You can even call them Class A, Class B, Class C, and they respond to different things.
Dr. Gupta says there are some people who respond better to healthier lifestyle changes, while others won't. And that's why he says weight loss drugs are gaining popularity.
You know,
because
he
of the
did
number
suck
of
through
people
pretty hard
they
while
can
we were out.
potentially help.
Maybe
And
someone
Dr.
found out.
Stanford says severe obesity
Got
is
even?
classified by
I don't
body
know.
mass index or BMI alone, which she
Are you
says
suggesting my son had
Instead,
something
she
to do
says a
with this?
deeper look into a person's metabolic health parameters is needed for a patient,
Honest.
looking at things like cholesterol values, fasting, insulin,
I have to ask.
glucose, and liver function.
Never believed
Nearly
you had
70
anything
years
to
the
do
story
with this.
magazine, The Future of Sports Illustrated.
I'm
is
glad
in
you're
Japan.
back.
Yeah, SI's publisher announcing today it is laying off most of its staff. The Arena Group announced it
So,
plans to
I
lay
figured
off
out
at least
what went wrong.
100 employees,
Mistranslated
possibly
the word here.
everyone. The news
Did you?
comes after Arena Group's license to
I thought
use
it
the
said
Sports
Beyond the
Illustrated
Cry
brand
of
name
Cold
in
Breath,
print and digital
it actually
was
reads the
revoked
Cry of
when it
First
missed a
Breath.
payment for that license.
That's
At this point,
somewhere
it is not
close.
clear whether the once weekly but
Tell
now
me, I
monthly
know where
magazine
it
will
is.
survive.
You know, it does have quite a
Young man, you've done it again.
This
Go.
image of people
Take the
reading
mask,
first issue of
take the
Sports
sword,
Illustrated
take
when
the
history
bird.
stands on August 16,
Find Thor.
1954. SI became one of the most
Going
popular
to
magazines in the world and sustained that success well into the 1990s before the internet started changing people's reading habits.
52.
Habits. All right, so I don't know if you could say this to some people over in
Hey,
downtown,
Ingrid,
but
you
the
wouldn't happen to
Lions
know where
are the
Thor
new
is?
holders of the title America's team
Yeah,
season.
I
I
figured.
think we can say, sorry, Dallas, you know, they're Canadians' favorite teams too, because take a look at the Honolulu blue and silver flag raised over City Hall in Windsor, Ontario. We love our friends in
Drew?
Windsor. Mayor Drew
Sorry,
Jacobs posted this on social
All
media.
Father said I'm
Reminder,
supposed to head to
special
Niflheim with
events
your dad.
is available to take Canadian
I haven't
Lions
seen him
fans,
around, and I
one and
was
all,
wondering if you had any idea what it could be.
He wasn't with Grandfather?
Here's your
No.
best option to stay
I think I know where he
warm
might
before the
be.
game. We're giving away
Follow
two
me.
official Herman blankets to two lucky
also wanted to talk to you about Heimdall.
right now on the contest
Not
page
here.
at clickondetroit.com.
You're right.
We'll pick the
Later.
winner live during the pregame show when Herman Moore stops by to chat with us.
All right, Bernie's here now. We're all focusing on that Dan Campbell energy. We're just going to get it done. We're ready to go, Bernie. We're serious about it.
You're not going to get much sleep the next 2 days. I can see that. But the Bucks will arrive
Back in
tomorrow.
Helheim,
The Lions are already
I
here.
told you I'd help your mom understand how much becoming a Valkyrie meant to
Sunday
me.
starts at 3 o'clock.
I
Ford Field
wanted
Lions
to,
favored by 6.5 over a Tampa
you know that I
team
meant
from
it.
6 to the last
You
7.
didn't.
Dan Campbell
Andrew's
says
still
pressure
alive?
on Baker
I haven't
Mayfield
yet,
is the big
but I
key
will.
for Detroit.
As soon as I come back.
If you let him sit back
There'll be
there
plenty of
and
time to
play
get
with
under
Brandon
his skin
Edge,
later.
it's dangerous
Thanks,
because
Berkeley.
because he will get it up to his guys and he's going to give them a chance to make a play. But Evans is he's an issue, and our guys know that. We can't let him go off.
Weapons aren't allowed inside. We'll have to check them. Just do it. Come on. This way. Come on. They're not going to let you in otherwise.
The T-Wolves with 28 points. They also had the shot of the game in the third. Watch.
Look around. He'll be here.
Pretty good, huh? Watch it. He feeds himself off the backboard. There's the fake here. Shoots it up, gets it back, slams it. T-Wolves won that game by 15. NHL wins it. To face the Hurricanes with a College 3-11. NFL John Harbaugh talked
Drew,
It's fine.
Antonio Pierce is going to be the Raiders' next head coach. He replaced Josh McDaniels, who was fired during the season. Finally, when a child wants to do something that's not good for him, most
Seems like
parents will stop him.
might
But
be a
not
bad
these
time,
parents.
so
The kid wanted to try
if you
a
need a
lemon
moment,
juice, and
I
the parents said,
totally understand.
check out the kid's
No
face.
rush,
This segment
but
we call Bernadette
Right where I thought you'd be.
You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't have brought her here.
What are you doing?
Relax.
Did I say no rush? I meant we should get going, right? We don't want to keep the all fog up.
He's right. You should get going. Don't do this.
It's already done. Let it be known, the God of Thunder is good for two things. Killing giants and kissing me! Any man who disagrees Agreed, Mjolnir. With its face.
Right now, returning with seats can lease a 2023 Ford Escape for just $239 per month for 24 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan
This isn't me.
Drive into the new year.
Thor.
2023 Ford Explorer.
Hugo is waiting outside. Please, it's just...
I said, quiet, boy.
You're sure to find the perfect
My name is... What? No, oh, come on. No, I swear that really wasn't me. That's it, no! You could be helping more, don't you think? Seriously?
tell me what's coming now, I'm nervous again, you know?
What if you started again? Right now, just put down the...
You know, a lot of people are curious about how got his name. His parents say that was a game
Grab his
test
arms.
that came
Let's
to
get him
fill
out of
a
there.
birth certificate.
They're going to talk all about it in an interview that you're going to see on Sunday to the pregame special, which starts at noon.
All right, Kim, so you say
I'm
some
sorry you had to see him like this.
No, it's fine. To get through, but at least, you know, we know when the end is. The end of this cold weather will be starting next week. So just gotta get through this weekend. But we're tough. We're done.
Hey, I'm strong, but you've got to help me.
19 in Detroit, 17 in Ann Arbor. You know you're tough when 19 feels lower than you than it's been all week.
Come on, it's not that far.
17 in Monroe. We've got a few flurries out there, but otherwise no problems on exact radar. But there's also some slippery spots tonight, especially now that the sun has set, and those bridges and overpasses especially can become icy, and salt's really not effective at these temperatures. Right now, wind chills are in the 8 downtown, 6 at the airport, 2 in both Pontiac and the Pier, and 1 below the current wind chill up in Sandusky. Now, tomorrow morning, we are right back into dangerous wind chills. Some 15 to even close to 20 below 0 is what it will feel like when you wake up tomorrow morning. In Pontiac, 18 below, also in Ann Arbor, 17 below, the wind chill at 6 a.m. tomorrow in Howell. Then after that, we see just a little bit of a warm-up for next week, but first we have to get to a cold weekend. 20 degrees will be our high tomorrow. We don't have to worry about any snow this weekend, which is good.
All
Getting
father's
back
orders.
to the game shouldn't be a problem.
You have to get out.
Cold. But it's been colder here. In fact, tomorrow marks the anniversary of the coldest temperature ever. Not the wind chill, the actual temperature ever on record. That was January 21st of 1984 at 21 below. All right, we've got temperatures next week going up to 40 degrees.
You can't even say you're sorry this time, can you? It's what's one more broken promise.
Kim, well, one country's postal service may have just solved the biggest problem with buying clothes online. We'll show you what's popping up in
Grandfather treated you like crap. You were struggling. I get
Can you
it.
imagine looking up in the sky and seeing
But you can't just...
what went wrong in the air, leaving a stream of flames shooting from a jet?
He's a national champion, but he almost didn't make it to this point. The scare he had as a child, and how it's helping influence him today. Plus, construction in winter in Michigan? You bet. The big change coming to 696.
And not everybody is born with confidence, but you can boost yours. We'll show you how.
We love you. You know that.
Everything you need to get up and go Monday from 4:30 to 8.
I just thought this was behind us.
Exclusive technology giving you earlier warnings. Powered by Vickers Home Solutions. Schedule a free roof inspection today at Vickers.com. Looking for Local 4 Plus on Click on Detroit? Go to the top of your screen and click Local 4 Plus. It's that easy. Stream newscasts live and get all your favorite stories. Check it out now.
Here, anything's possible. And that's what makes Orlando unbelievably
Can you a water or something?
When it comes to winter weather, accuracy is everything. And poor winter weather is coming in. So when storms hit, every scenario.
Rain yesterday coming into the snowfall.
Let's make this
I'm in a hurry to get back to Asgard.
just get it.
Expect more with more warm weather. Always watching, always tracking. Velvet Chevrolet is celebrating the hard-working men and women of the UAW with an additional $1,500 savings. If you or a family member are a UAW employee, take advantage of these amazing deals. Like this 2024 Equinox for $188 a month, or this 2024 Silverado for $268 a month. Visit any of our 5,000 Chevrolet locations today to get this limited.
Was it worth it?
January 31st. Velvet Chevrolet.
Fine, but I hope you know we're seeing you like that bitch. Hey, why can't we just fly over these guys straight to the mat? You're Who looks up to you? I hope you know that.
Don't need a lecture about parenting. You just find my
Looks like we gotta head through that wall.
what need to do first.
An enormous amount of care goes into the choices that are made here.
Now we can go.
An Atlas air cargo flight had to make an emergency landing at Miami Airport after an engine caught on fire over South Florida. And the flames were visible from the ground. This video was shot by an Instagram user. It shows flames coming from one of the engines of the Boeing's new 7 plane. Atlas Air issued a statement after they landed.
Have giant son of a powerful god with impossibly high expectations. How could I ever know what that
to make that process just a little bit easier. We're going to do this one. All right, so you just pick up your package. Try the item on with lovely yellow. And then mail it right back then and there.
I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just pointing out we're not that different.
I got no interest in bombs for shit.
A mirror and a shelf to place packages.
Another wall of ice. Thor, could you...
Potatoes, shipping fees to return. I was taken to the store.
Always free return.
Yeah, Liverpool News 6 is next.
Okay, I just want to add one more thing. If you can't be yourself, you also might not feel like you can follow your own path. Does that sound familiar to you at all?
And find out why one member of her family says this season is bittersweet.
You always finish first.
AFC Championship game for the first time since 1991's season.
Everyone is feeling excited right now. 32 Republican teams preparing for such a big game.
Well, I think I speak for everyone. I said it's time to get tight. I touched nauseous. Right around the corner from their meeting at Ford Field. Again, whoever wins will be playing for a trip to the Super Bowl next week. We've got highlights lines worked out today. They finish up their final workout for the game. They're still favored by 6.5 against the Bucs team that has really been hot. Won 6 of the last 7. Dan Campbell said today his team knows what the venue will be like. All they got to do is play football.
For any of the butterflies, all of that, of the first playoff game ever for a lot of guys, and get the monkey off your back. Well, now you're going to start the playoff game. Now you've got experience in that. You understand the environment. You understand what our house is going to be like, which is electric, which should give you a surge of energy.
All right, Dan Campbell, 3 o'clock, Sunday afternoon, not Saturday, Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I can't believe we're still talking about it, but this is and it's actually happening.
Well, if you think about it, for the last 30
We're
years,
far from Uvalde's workshop, right?
What's nice? Yeah.
All right, Bernie. More coming up from Bernie here in a bit. Detroit police stepping up patrols downtown, trying to give Lions fans another safe playoff experience. DPD
might not be able to turn into an animal, but I still think she'd kick your ass.
Department says it is to repeat that success on Sunday. There will be even more people
Just blast them apart.
And so now his family likes to think that he's so with them at the games, rooting for the Lions. Jim loved the Lions. Jim Fraser wasn't your ordinary Lions super fan. Let his nephews and widow tell you the weekend was what?
Is that my great-grandfather was part of the Detroit Football Company, and so it was just something that we did every Sunday. Was either watch the Lions or go to games.
And he made sure they knew it was in their blood too.
We were not allowed to go to a game until we learned the fight song.
That was always the deal. He took us as a kid, and they said when he got older, we had to take him to the game, so we ended up taking him to the games when he couldn't drive down there anymore.
He even tried to incorporate his love for the Lions with the love of his wife on their wedding day. Jim wanted TVs put on every table at the club. I said, no, Jim, we can't do that. But they did watch the game in the limo on their way to the reception. That's why this season's success is bittersweet. Jim died the day of this season's home opener.
The people were asking about him the day we went to the game, and I passed on that kid, but they've had a winning streak ever since then.
I still say up in heaven he's having something to do with what's going on now. And go Lions! That's what I want. And even at his funeral, when they put his body in the ground, we stopped everything and we sang the Lions song at the end. And that family was here at Ford Field last weekend, and they plan to be here on Sunday. Reporting live from Ford Field, I'm Megan Woods, Local 4. Oh, Megan. Yeah, thanks for sharing it. Jim's family for sharing that and the pictures. They're just wonderful. Wonderful. All right, well, you know, parents of defensive end Aiden Hutchinson have had a front row seat to his historic season, seeing their son in the center of it.
It's been a Lions assignment this afternoon.
Yes,
Lucky. Some folks were excited to hear from, and Aiden's parents seem as lovely as they seem, right?
They are, and I feel like I'm kind of becoming a correspondent to all this.
That's you.
But as you know, before being drafted by the Detroit Lions 2 years ago, Aiden played football at U of M. And even though he wasn't on this national championship team, his parents and I talked about some of the similarities of what got Michigan to that win and what we're seeing at Ford Field. I felt like last week was kind of like breaking through a brick wall, like the Ohio State game. Yeah. And it became that emotional. And this week's like the Big Ten champs. And so, you know, that you gotta like be in it, you know, you gotta be prepared. But you have this like view of a summit. And you're just like, after you broke through that wall, there's this summit. And it's like, it's yours for the taking, you know? And
Similar to what happened in Michigan.
Yes, exactly.
You know, I'm not going to take too much. He's not going to take too much credit, but certainly he was a part of both of those.
He's a huge part of why the Lions are where they are today, and that's got to make you feel so good.
Oh, it's amazing.
We don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but there are, yeah, exactly. I can't wait to finish telling you this story. During our pregame special this Sunday, you're going to hear so much more from the Hutchinson family, including a special bond between Aiden and his father. It's one special way that they communicate during the game.
During the game.
During the game that I cannot wait to tell you about. But just, they're great parents. I love their conversation. I could have talked for hours, but I have to be back.
I know. Because there's other parents going to come. To get to play for your home team just doesn't, you know, things just have to fall just right.
And they did in so many ways. And they talk about that too, you know, just being able to run down the Ford Field. You know,
through there, just ahead.
It's so lucky and blessed. It's great. I love what's leading to this. Yeah. All right, thanks so much, Kim. You know, Local 4 is the place for Lions football. This weekend coverage starts at
I don't think that's where we're supposed to go.
So win one of two official Herman Lowe Detroit Lions blankets.
What are you going to say when you see them again? Sifting through it.
We should enter to win the Lions blanket. Tonight, a Troy Herman blanket hit with a do-not occupy.
West Big Beaver Road and Troy Center Drive. Sean Lyman is now. Sean, residents are telling you that.
Up this way. Looks like there's a path.
And the other part of this problem is that disabled adults who call this place home for independent living, the group helping them, is never told the pathway taking this place, even though it's on the front door. We're here today. So up here, residents are telling us it's a huge complex. Heat here,
enjoying the freedom.
Not down here, ice cold. And there's another problem now that is
well, yeah, I guess. It's different from what I'm used to. In a good way.
Amber McDuffie lives in Troy Place Apartments. She was as shocked as we were to find this notice.
Looks like we gotta get up that cliff. Drive with me. It's better when I know what's gonna happen.
First thing to do in any case like this is come right to the office and ask what's being done, how this is being handled. Because it's
So, we close?
Maybe. I can check.
Coming out of this fence, this section of the building. We need to check all sections of this building. It's huge. Troy City Manager confirming to me that a crew was on site today. Independent apartment management apparently never alerting on my own to come check
Thor, I hope everything goes okay when you see Sif and Thuit again.
Well, hoping's better than thinking.
They launched an emergency management operation here with Oakland County to help people if they were vacating from this place. The fire suppression pipes that do the sprinklers, some of them burst. So that's the next thing. They need to make sure those are working and fixed right away, because some folks here were using space heaters in their units. So it was on top of it, but they got to make sure it's okay.
Well, after a stellar morning and into the afternoon, freezing temperatures now. We're talking about Detroit.
And the Detroit River skyline. Let's go on over to former meteorologist Kim Adams with a look at what we can expect this weekend. Well, we once again have dangerously cold wind chills tomorrow morning. 18 below in Pontiac. This is Saturday, 6 a.m. It will feel like it's 18 below in Ann Arbor, 18 below across much of Metro Detroit on the west side, then the east side, 12 below in Mount Clemens, 15 below out at the airport and downtown Detroit. So definitely cold. Current wind chills are just above freezing at Metro Airport, 13 in Pontiac, just above 100.
That was close. Thanks, Thor.
Okay, we did it. We are on the verge of great things. All of our work together.
Yesterday marks the coldest day ever on record.
I'm sorry. You are here. Why?
His father murdered Heimdall. Forseti has proof. Take him.
No. Leave him alone. I command it.
You said no more innocent blood will be spilled. You said family comes first. You don't think that this is retribution for him?
Today, Bobby, we're gonna have 40 degrees.
Oh, God. In danger. He's made your son miserable.
Short tank top weather.
His father did. Your daughter is old enough to make her own mistakes. And your husband started drinking again, all on his own. Dismissed! You two, a word.
Can't you see what's happening? He's not protecting us. Magni, Mona, our boys. We used to tell them stories by the fire. Do you remember? We would carve the wooden horses. We would play and laugh until the sun set and they fell asleep in our laps. They were thrown at the Allfather's problems like brittle knives to a mountain face. And for what? What if Fruits nuts?
Turn my father against me. My daughter.
I have no idea what's happening.
You know, I finally thought of something I can teach you.
Sindri better be right.
Where you?
Sindri! You sure know how to plan an exit.
Drea.